is Maxine, Kaye, and
Gerdes.
normally this would be Reverend Mike's love note today, but it seems with all that's taking place in our precious capital that we need to do this together because we want to be with you at a time that we never anticipated would ever happen. So yes, like probably all of you, we have been pretty riveted to the TV to be watching what's going on at the same time that we have been doing our best to hold the high watch. And so we're asking that you join us now. We are here moving through times that are unprecedented. None of us have ever experienced anything like this. And so we want to talk with you. We want to pray with you. We have a candle that is expressing the idea of peace right now. That steady flame that will not be extinguished. And no matter what may be going on riotously, unlawfully, unprecedentedly in our country's capital right now, at the center of every person and every activity and behavior, there is the presence of God, the divine presence. What would you like to say, Reverend Mike?
Well, we have an opportunity to remember that no matter what's going on, that we can look for and expect and experience the truth, peace. And it may not look peaceful right now. It doesn't look peaceful right now.
No.
But by maintaining that idea of peace, focusing on that peace, and knowing that that's the truth of what God is, and the truth of what we are, and the truth of every individual, whether they're a rioter or not, at the base is peace. And what we can do is know that in ourselves and call forth that within our fellow man and woman.
Definitely. We don't hate anybody. We pray for everybody. There's a great difference. We don't want to become so emotionally involved that we forget that we and every sentient being is divine. And so as we proceed here, it is with a growing consciousness that we are praying together. We've been looking at our CSL field list, and ministers all over the country, all over the world, are entering very deeply and very sincerely and very earnestly and very passionately into prayer. This is what we're called to do. We're called to come together, not to be frightened by what's externally taking place, and it is taking place. But we must remember, this too shall pass. This is a historic moment, certainly, and it's one that we never dreamed would be taking place, that our own sacred capital would be invaded in this way. But let's not hate anybody, including haters. We need to pray for everyone, beginning with understanding that, as Reverend Mike said, peace is at the heart. Peace is at the core. Because there's only one life, and it's God's life. And that life is filled with peace and possibility. And that's the life we're remembering right now. Let's let this candle remind us. Perhaps you'd like to light a candle in your own homes to help remember. We will have a spiritual mind treatment with you. But in the meantime, if there's something else you want to chat about, we want to share about.
Yeah, I want to share this with you. One of the names of God is truth. And we recognize that right now there may be a question as to what truth is. We know what truth is. You know what truth is. Truth is God expressing itself. And we call forth that truth to be revealed. And we recognize anything but the truth falls away as an illusion. Does not stay. And we call forth that light of truth to shine upon the darkness, and it's gone.
Yes, because the darkness has no power of its own, and we're not going to feed it any power. The only reason that something as unbelievable and unpleasant as this can emerge is that there's some negativity being fed to the negativity. And we know we understand in our beautiful teaching of science of mind that we can't afford to feed that. So what we do is we focus, as Reverend Mike says, on the truth. And the truth is that God is peace. God is power. And the power we're speaking of is not a power over. It is not the love of power. It is the power of love. It is the power of peace. And it is greater than any particular temporary circumstance. So as you're looking at the news, and you will, and so will we, because we need to be kept informed. But as you're looking at it, don't give it power. Understand that everybody is safe, who needs to be safe, that our beautiful, sacred, governmental policies are continuing, that our Constitution is being upheld, and that people are committed and determined, our politicians are determined to do what is right and to do what's in front of them, and God bless them. So it continues. Our democracy continues to unfold. Nothing can permanently harm it. In fact, right now, nothing is harming it. Sure, we feel heartbroken and just not believing what we've seen, but let's not fear and let's not give it power. Let's instead focus on peace.
One of the things that Dr. Maxine just said was, don't give in to the fear. You know, if you and I, if you and we, if all of us recognize that God is in the house and God is the truth, our good is assured. Our republic is assured. Let's know that truth will out, that this is a country that is blessed by God, and we have not to be worried, not to be, we can be concerned, but because there may be things that we need to do. When Spirit says do something, we do something.
Yeah.
But at the same token, the outcome is already assured as being good.
True. And as Reverend Mike said, God is in the House, God is in the Senate, God is within and without all of these beautiful national sacred grounds. And God is within each of us. And we are standing tall and keeping the high watch. So what do you think, Reverend Mike? Is it time for us to do a dynamic spiritual mind treatment?
Yeah, and I know as God is coming into the presidency office too, right?
Absolutely, and everywhere present, including exactly where you and I are. And so we're together in this truth. We're together in this knowing. And so will you join us? We're going to be sharing back and forth until God tells us we've said enough for now. And then we're going to continue to treat and keep the high watch and keep us all in that place of sweet, clear, sacred knowing that God is all there is. So let's begin. There's one life and it's beautiful. It is the divine life of God itself. It is peace. It is power. It is light, life, love, joy, and beauty. And the peace of God is that which is imbuing and sustaining and motivating each and every one of us now, embracing us in this divine truth that there is indeed God and nothing else. And so we give thanks for whatever is showing up that is helping us understand what needs to be understood, what needs to be transformed, for it's all energy. And this energy is moving right now in the highest and the most beautiful way to shift all the circumstances by first helping us deepen our own consciousness of that which is true, that which is beautiful, that which is eternally true, that which is the peace of God manifesting itself in, through, and as our country's capital, our country itself, all precious beings within this country and all over the world.
And I give thanks that that divine intelligence is expressing and springing forth. That divine intelligence is awakening people. the truth of who they really are, and the truth of who we all are. I know that divine mind guides, directs, and inspires us. And I know that we see this situation and every situation as an opportunity for God to perfect that which concerns us and it affects this nation. That God perfects all that concerns us in this nation, in our lives, and in this world. We see the good in this. The good comes forth from this. And a greater idea of this thing called the United States of America comes forth. We are that beacon on the hill. We are that love in expression. We are that truth revealed. All of us is absolutely the way it is, as an idea in mind right now, and I give this to Dr. Maxine.
And it is unfolding so beautifully. We are moved by grace. And the peace that not only passes understanding, but brings understanding, is our eternal divine reality. And so as we continue to open our hearts and our minds to this truth, we continue to invite the power of love, which underlies everything, to sustain and to motivate us, to nurture us, and to keep us in a beautiful, sacred place of trust and clear knowing that truly only good is coming from this circumstance, for God is bigger than anything. For this, we are so deeply grateful. We accept these truths wholeheartedly, rejoicing that they have been true since before they were spoken. And with joy and thanksgiving and deep confidence, we release our word now to the perfect law of mind. It's done. And will you join us together in saying, and so it is. We love you. We're with you. We adore you. All is well. Truly, truly.